Welcome back. Tourism Minister Dominic Fady says efforts are being intensified to ensure the benefits of cruise tourism are felt throughout the island. The minister spoke as Port Castries remains on track to host a record-setting 800,000 cruise passengers. More in this report.
Port Castries continues to be busy with cruise ship activity as 3 mega ships were berthed there on Saturday, December 29th, 2018. On Friday, there were 5 ships in the harbour, an indication of a strong winter season for the cruise sector.
The economic spin-offs are nothing but tremendous. I've just come from visiting Port Seraphine, and everyone is selling. It's good to see that the taxi drivers are making trips as well. And I think this is the beginning of the success that we can have as a destination if we do cruise tourism right.
Minister Fady says the ultimate objective is for the economic benefits of cruise tourism to be felt throughout every sector in the community. To this end, the government is undertaking a study aimed at improving revenue flows.
We want to make sure that small business people, vendors, taxi drivers, shop owners, that everyone can feel the tourism dollar. We have actually done a lot of training already to this end.
Efforts have begun to help all sectors maximize returns from cruise tourism. Over 150 vendors have been trained in sales techniques and product development. With the industry reporting a 13% growth over last year, government is advancing plans to further decentralize the benefits of cruise porting.
So taking a port to Vieux-Fort is very critical in that it helped to decentralize the tourism dollar, and it helps to get a lot more St. Lucians involved into the activity. But what it also does, quite importantly, is that it makes St. Lucia a competitive home port destination. And when we look at what is taking place in the Caribbean, we see that very few destinations can boast that they have a cruise port and a home port, an airport facility in such close proximity.
A record-setting 800,000 cruise passengers are expected to visit the island this cruise season, which runs from November 2018 to May 2019. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
St. Lucia welcomed the inaugural call of the first of the Holland America Line Vista-class ships at Port Castries on Sunday, the 30th of December. The Zederdam is the first of the Holland America Line Vista-class ships, which started sailing some 17 years ago. Officials of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, SLTA, along with representatives of the Ministry of Tourism, the St. Lucia Air and Seaports Authority, SLASPA, and Cox & Company Limited, greeted the arrival of the vessel with an exchange of plaques and pleasantries on board. SLTA Senior Marketing Manager Jackie Mathre welcomed the captain and his crew and pointed to recent upgrades at Port Castries for allowing the vessel to berth there.
The Tourism Authority, we are so happy to have you here in our island. We hope that you come back again. It's a pleasure to have Holland America. We're happy that with the improvements that you guys can come, and we look forward to having a longer relationship with you. And hopefully next year
Yeah.
to 2019.
To 2019.
Yeah. Cheers.
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 The vessel is 936 feet long with a capacity of 1,964 guests, and it is fitted with modern amenities and a spectacular art and antique collection. The ship's captain was excited to explore the new port in the Caribbean and is looking forward to returning to St. Lucia.
We've been sailing around for now 17 years, but we have never been here in St. Lucia with this ship, which is unbelievable. I mean, I didn't think we had still inaugural ports in the Caribbean, but we do, which is very nice. So, having been in St. Lucia before, I think it must have been like 10 years ago or so, or maybe even longer. But the port still looks beautiful, still looks great. But I've seen some very nice additions, and I hear that the extension here, number 1, was commissioned in January of this year, which is really nice to see, because this morning when we were planning this port, we were looking at where are we going to put our gangways and how do we get rid of our other stuff, and we may have to give up a gangway to facilitate that. And this morning coming alongside, we found 3 beautiful dolphins and an extension to the pier, which was really good to see. So really happy to be here, and hopefully we come back here. That is, and I'm sure you all would like to see us back as well. But the more ships, the better, right? So it's not going to happen soon, I think, because itineraries are scheduled, but probably towards the end of the year, because generally speaking, we sail either in Europe or we do Panama runs out of Port Everglades, but there's always, around the holiday season, a couple extra cruises that are just slightly different. And I think next year there are some extra different cruises as well. So I hope we're coming back here, but I can't promise when, but you know, you just have to lobby. So having said that, for the ministry, we have a beautiful plaque here, Holland American Line, decided on with our inaugural day here. So
Thank you.
this is yours.
Let me go on that side.
That's your good side. Let me just get rid of this.
I'll take it.
You want
This way. Oh, here, that way.
Okay.
Oh, we have like 3 cameras.
Okay, then. Oh, yes.
Yeah, ready? Oh, yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
No, closer.
Closer.
Don't be shy.
That's right. Don't be shy. I like the elements.
Isn't Jay also?
Down there. Down there.
The vessel usually sails to Europe or to the Panama Canal region from Port Everglades in Florida. Slightly different cruises are always scheduled around the holiday season. Moving on, with 2019 in full gear, Hot 7 sought to find out what are some of the public's New Year's resolutions. Here's Solange Alfred.
The new year brings with it the mystery of newness and starting over. The tradition of setting a New Year resolution continues for many, and Hot 7 News wants to know, what is your New Year resolution for 2019?
I'm hoping, obviously, for a lot more progress in my own life, personally, not necessarily collectively with anybody else. And that a lot of the people who have all of their grievances or other problems leave it in this year and don't go into the new year with it, because it obviously makes things difficult for myself and everybody else, right? Let's hope 2019 is progressive for everybody across the board.
Oh, just I wish good for not for me alone, for everybody that survived.
I think I want to get closer. I want to maintain a stronger relationship with God. That's most and foremost. I think I want to be a better husband to my wife, because she's very nice to me for the past 17 years. And to live in house with me is a very difficult thing, but she has been there, God be praised. I also go to the schools, Corinth, Compre, the Boys Training Center, to do some mentorship. I involved with youth, mentorship. And to me, I want to try to reach more lives, And I want to ensure that I can reach out to the young men in the ghetto who seems to be aimless. I want to reach out because I have a passion for them, to see them get on the right track.
What I would like to see for the new year, that the government of St. Lucia pay me my money they owe me. I was 47 years old. I'll be 50 on Wednesday the 2nd, and the government have not paid me. I also want to hear that the government change their minds on certain policies and do things in the interest of St. Lucia. Let them get smarter and don't check for friends, family, and foreigners, and look after our interests in St. Lucia.
I want to hit the jackpot for $350,000. I think that's what it is. I'm going to play it right now. So I hope the whole of St. Lucia wish me luck, and Happy New Year to everybody, all St. Lucians.
There you have it, a call for a difference. And as the year goes by, the challenge remains to stay focused on achieving your New Year resolution for 2019. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
You're watching the Hot 7 Nightly News. Up next, the latest weather report. Well, that takes us to the end of the Hot 7 Nightly News for today, Thursday, the 3rd of January, 2019. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. On behalf of the entire team, thank you for joining us. Good night and Happy New Year.